What's up, my guy?
Can you hear me?
I
Okay,
can
can
hear
you
you
hear me?
now. I can hear
Okay,
you.
what's up? What's good?
I hope.
Welcome to Locked. Welcome to Locked on Sports 216 with me, Keith Allen, and along with me from Columbus, Ohio, my man Ed in the building as we we are in the wake of the Browns thrilling come from behind 39-38 win over the Indianapolis Colts.
Woo! I'm catching my breath, Keith. I'm catching my breath. I'll say the best thing lately has been watching these games with my son, who's 13 years old, and he gets all nervous, and he had to stand up, and I could see some of the superstitious things that he does, and I remember being a kid myself doing the same things, and I'm still superstitious to this day. And watching that final drive and a Cleveland Browns victory, all I got to say is the cardiac kids are back, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna say, I'll take it.
Keith, I have a question for you. I have a question. I don't want to downplay this victory, but last week against the 49ers, we had a zebra give us a nice call and keep a drive alive when it wasn't targeting. And then today we had a couple calls in the Indianapolis end zone that I don't know. But you know what? It's nice as a
Ooh.
Cleveland Browns fan to be on the other side of the wrath of the NFL officiating. So you know what, Keith? I will take it. I will gladly take it, and I will celebrate like it never even happened.
I will take it and take my ass on up to Seattle. For real. I will definitely take it and take my ass on up to Seattle.
Yes.
I will take that. I, man, I'm gonna be
Keith.
honest, especially that last call.
Oh. That ball wasn't catchable.
Because didn't we have a call like that wasn't made on September 18th?
We might have
We was
had one of
against
those.
the
Yes.
Steelers. Yeah, we didn't get that call,
Mm.
but
It all even like they say, it all evens out, right? It all evens out.
right,
Right.
exactly. We didn't get that call, and we got this one. I was like, interesting, very interesting. But hey, I'll take it. I will definitely take it. I'll definitely take it. But um, but I do gotta say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna be a damper or whatever like this. We won that game by the skin of our chinny chin chins, and this is what I was raising hell about back in August with Mr. K. York couldn't make a kick during the preseason. How many field goals did Dustin Hopkins make over 50 yards today?
That would be three. That would be a 53, a 54, and a 58. And Keith, I'm glad you said that. I just want to say this. We kept Cade York because he has a leg. He has a leg. He can get that 58-yarder today matches the 58-yarder that Cade York kicked against Carolina to win it against Baker. So don't tell me that Dustin Hopkins don't have a leg either.
Right, and
He just
like
has
I
an
said,
accurate, he has an accurate one. That's the difference. He actually has an accurate leg.
yes, K. York makes all the kicks they supposed to. Now, don't get me wrong, we're only in October because we're
Right.
really gonna see come next month, and the
Right.
Browns not home till November against Arizona. But so far, with Dustin Hopkins, so good.
So good. Keith, I think today shows you that Cleveland build a dome because guess what? Those I like kickers that can kick 50 plus yarders. And I think that
Yes,
actually now that we have a field goal kicker, build a dome. And guess what? You saw what he did in Indianapolis today. Bring that dome over to Cleveland and he's launching those suckers through, and the home fans can enjoy those kicks.
and think about this. On top of that, he kicked it out in the elements because they had the roof open
They
today.
did. They did, yes. Yes, they did.
He kicked it out into the elements. So I'll say the two MVPs for the Browns today, hands down, was Dustin Hopkins and my man,
Miles.
Miles motherfucking Garrett.
You know what? I wasn't surprised when you said that. I was just waiting to see how long or what you're
Oh
going to throw
man,
in front of it. But you threw the motherfucking in front of it, and guess what? All day, Keith, all day.
all day he was in Minshew's ass. Only time he wasn't when he jumped offside and quit playing, which
He
gave
does that a
Minshew a
lot.
break.
He
But
does that.
other than that, that dude gave Indianapolis fits. He had 3 sacks,
3 sacks,
three
two
strip
strip
sacks.
balls, and let's not forget the blocked field goal where he Superman
Yes,
the
where he
offensive
jumped
line.
over the top of the line.
What Keith? Have you ever seen that?
No,
I've not
no.
seen it that clean. I mean, that was just so clean.
How you jumped over the line clean and blocked the field goal
Blocked
at
it.
that. Now, the only thing that would have been added on to that if he would have scored a touchdown.
Exactly right. Exactly. Scooped it and scored himself.
But, oh my God. If it weren't for Myles Garrett and Dustin Hopkins,
We lose.
we lose.
Yeah.
We lose. We
Yeah.
might get, and it might not even be close.
Yeah, I saw a stat at halftime. It had like the Colts had 21 or something like that. Browns had 10 and Myles Garrett had 17.
Yes. And but I'm gonna say this. We need to find another backup quarterback.
You know what, Keith? I don't want to get too down on it, Keith. We may need to find a starting quarterback because look, I know Watson came
Oh
in, and
man.
I don't know what the case may be, but it wasn't like before he got hurt, he was lighting it up.
He didn't look right.
He didn't.
And I don't know if it was me, but if anybody's watching, first off, let me tell y'all real quick. First off, the chat lines are open, so feel free to chime in, holler at us. The chat lines are definitely open. And the Browns won. Shit. They
Yeah.
won. So they won. So we got some shit to talk about. But Deshaun didn't look right, Ed. He didn't. He looked like he was trying on the first throw that he threw that was supposed to be a screen pass or whatnot. It looked like he shot put at the ball.
Yeah, it's kind of one of these
And I
pushing it.
was like, and I'm surprised none of the announcers had not mentioned anything. And I was like, that don't look right. Usually he was like that it's like he was trying to compensate for the injury.
Yeah, the shoulder. Who knows? Maybe he didn't want to get a quick flick of the shoulder because I don't. It was very very strange, very strange.
Which leads me to believe, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he might be out for some time.
I would, you know what? I tend to agree with that. Also, too, with the confidence that PJ Walker. Look, PJ Walker was not perfect. No backup quarterback should be perfect. But I would say going forward and moving to Seattle because look, even with Deshaun Watson, Seattle's not a winnable game as we talked on the We Like Sports Show. Check us out 5:30 tomorrow. But
yes,
we talked about that. So this Indianapolis game, it was a very winnable game. We had to win this game. This was a must-win game. Seattle next week. I think it's going to be much tougher. I would roll with PJ Walker next week.
I'm going to be honest, Ed. That guy scares me. Because he's like a turnover any given second.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to poo-poo on the win, and I'm going to be honest, TJ Walker, I appreciate it. PJ Walker, my fault. I appreciate everything you've done. Get us 2 wins. Yeah, he's 2-0.
I mean,
but like I said earlier, and I'm gonna show you a little graph that I had.
Bringing out the graphics here. Bringing out the graphs. It's getting hardcore here.
PowerPoint that I had.
Okay.
And I had this here.
Okay.
And you know where we go. Well, I didn't have it in the thing. But when I said get Deshaun Watson comfortable,
yeah,
I also said in that was no turnovers. No turnovers. And we keep turning the ball over.
Keith, bring that back up real quick? I want to play a game here. Let's play. Bring that back. Okay, let's break it down. Stop the Colts running game. I don't know if number one. I don't know if we really did that. I'm going to say
no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Okay, make Minshew be the hero. I'm going to say, you know what? He kind of did, but we kind of took him out with Miles Gibbs. So I'm going to say that one, I'll give you a check on that one. Play with
Yep.
urgency. We didn't play with urgency till the final drive, but guess what? Got it done. So we'll give us one there.
It
Give
was
Deshaun
like
Watson.
they played an urgency in spurts.
Yes, and then they put their foot off the gas. So
And
I'm
it
going to
was
say that one.
mainly the defense.
Yes. Watson comfortable. That never happened, obviously. Win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. You know what? I'm going to play. That's also kind of half and half. But you know what? They won the line of scrimmage on the Kareem Hunt touchdown to win the game. So we got to check that one off. Got to check that one off.
And you know what was crazy? When the Kareem Hunt, I thought he had got stopped.
I did too. My wife's like, no, that's a touchdown. I'm like, I need to see that again.
I got the cussing and everything as my niece was bringing stuff in the house. Then they said touchdown. I said, what?
What? That's what I said. The same thing.
I said, oh, well, fuck it. I'll take it.
Okay, I'll take it. That's what I said. Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. But I guess you're going to have some wins that you necessarily don't deserve to win, but
Fair enough.
you can pull them out. You pull them out anyway.
Right. Well, that's what good teams do. You know, you got to make your own luck, and when the referees do you a favor, you have to take advantage of it. And that's what the Cleveland Browns did. Because let's be real, it took us to that fourth down play after the pass interference to get a touchdown. So we almost ran out of luck, but you know what? We still had enough luck. And kudos to Stefanski on that gutsy play calling. It reminded me of the Ryan Day play call at Notre Dame with Travion with a chip trying. You know what I'm saying? It's fourth down. You say, you know what? Man on man, mano a mano. We're going to run the football up the middle, and that's what they did with Kareem Hunt. So I don't know why they didn't do that. You know, maybe on the first down play. I understand the second and third.
That.
I understand the second and third down because tick 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 tick. You didn't have any timeouts left.
Right.
I get that. But
first down.
Yeah, a little.
It's like sometimes you just gotta line them up.
Yeah.
And don't try to do nothing fancy. I mean, it's like you stop it, God bless you. If you don't stop it, touchdown. We win the game.
As a Browns fan, don't we always tout that we have such a good offensive line? We have Bill Callahan as offensive line coach.
Right.
Why does it seem sometimes that we just, when it comes to, you know, running it up the middle to get that half a yard or 1 yard, why do we struggle sometimes? Is it we get too cute or what is it?
Remember what I told you last Sunday, Ed? Your man just can't help himself.
I knew that's where you're going with that. I know.
Sometimes you got people that want to do it their way.
Right.
And Kevin wants to win.
He does. He sure does.
He doesn't, how can I say, he wants to win it his way despite what logic says.
Yeah.
And this is where the game done got screwed up with the analytics. For real. Because logic could tell you, run up the middle. If you can't run up the middle to get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win the game.
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, yeah.
You really don't deserve to win the game. If you can't get 1 yard, one.
Right.
You don't deserve to win the game.
I will say one thing. I did like what they did on that final call because look, I was at my Taze Valley. Shout out to Taze Valley Vikings. My daughter's last cheerleading game was Friday, but there was a situation with them, and I cannot stand it. And Stefanski does this sometimes too. But when, for instance, it's a 4th and 1. The Buckeyes do it too, and it makes me very upset. When they go in the shotgun, like on a 4th and 1, I always say you only need 1 yard. Now you need 6 yards. Okay. Taze Valley did it Friday night. They lost 21-14. The Buckeyes always like to do that. It drives me crazy. I'm glad to see on that final play or whatever. It seems like we kind of just went under. I kind of like that. I like the fact we went power with Kareem Hunt. Just did it the old fashioned, the muscle way, the heart. Cleveland's a blue collar town, and you did it the way that we should win football games. With the offensive line with the running back. It felt good. It felt good today, winning that way. Now, I'll say one thing: we got to clean some stuff up and moving forward. Quarterback situation. Would you say it's more murkier than ever?
I'm gonna say it like this right now, and I'm gonna be honest, and I might be a little harsh. The quarterback situation is trash.
Yeah,
it's trash because you have Deshaun. Honestly, I don't know when he's going to return or if he's going to return because he just didn't look right. And I'm like, what kind of shell game is the Browns organization playing? You saying that he was making all his throws at velocity and all this on
I didn't
Friday?
see it. I didn't see it today.
I didn't see that. An accuracy?
Well, like you said, if he's shot putting the ball, he's not putting zip on the ball, and
No.
that's a screen pass.
That first pass on the screen pass or whatever to Ford, he did like that.
Yeah,
And I was
that's why he
like,
threw it behind him because he was shot putting it.
and Ed, when I seen that, I looked like, what the fuck? The hell? That don't look right. That don't look
No,
like y'all was saying on Friday and
right.
Thursday at practice. Then he threw another ball. He looked like he overcompensated, shot put it at that, like he threw it up, shot put it, and it got intercepted.
Yep.
And honestly, the commentators was being nice.
I agree when they're saying, "Oh, he wouldn't have known that safety was going to be over there and
Yeah,
everything." I don't know about that. The guy was to me when he threw it, I could see, and they were showing it. I could see the guy in the picture. It didn't see. He wasn't 10 yards, and then he did a Superman over there.
and I could see if it was on a rope.
Right.
It was like,
Right.
and like I said, Deshaun doesn't look right. And I'm gonna be honest, we have seen this movie 2 years ago.
Oh, geez, don't
Keep
don't
that
don't don't do it.
keep
Don't do it.
that dude out
Yeah, until he's
until
healthy.
he is 100%. Last week, no, earlier this past week, and I give props to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. I watch
Yep.
it online and stuff, and sometimes I watch it when I'm at work. And they had they had Bernie Kosar on there,
Yep.
and Bernie said if he's not 100%, he shouldn't be playing. Because
Especially with an
Bernie
arm
said he
injury.
had the same injury. And then Bernie has showed his hand and showed that he couldn't even bend his arm.
Well, all I got to say about this is, when somebody medically cleared him to play, he went out there, and it just looked like from even a read progression standpoint, he didn't look the same. He looked like he's still rusty for some reason, and he had that good
Yes.
game against Tennessee. And I don't understand. It seems like if practice was, if they were only worried about his throwing the ball. Well, there's more to football than just being able to throw the ball. And I think Watson, he's had so many interruptions over the past 2 years that it's kind of like, I think the best thing to do would be like just sit him till he's healthy, make sure his head is right, also with his
Thank
arm.
you. Thank you. Sit him, get him right. Get him more acclimated to the offense because truthfully, to be honest, we could have won another week.
Right.
We could have
Yeah.
won another week. And I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell you this. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie, PJ Walker scares me. He scares me. And honestly, and I hate to say this, they might have to dust DTR off. Get him ready to play.
That scares me even more.
But I'm gonna say he already had his baptism already.
Yeah.
He can't be no worse
Well,
than
that's true.
what
That
he
is true. You're
was
right about that.
against the Ravens. And
Only
think
up
about,
from here.
I wouldn't start him in Seattle,
No.
but I would be on that waiver wire looking at Carson Wentz, looking at who else is available.
Can they
Shit.
just call Washington and say, look, what is it going to cost for Jacoby Brissett? What's it gonna
Hey, I'll do that. Hey, Kansas City got Miko Hardeman back.
Well, you know what? You're 4-2. You're 4-2 now. You can't give up on the season. You got to go all in now.
Yes, you got to go all in. And like I said, PJ Walker, I appreciate your service. I appreciate what you've done, but you owe it to Myles Garrett.
Right.
You owe it to this guy,
Yeah.
especially since Nick Chubb ain't able to participate. You owe it to Kareem Hunt, who out there gutted. He wasn't even really supposed to play.
Keith, I'm gonna say this, and I usually don't swear. Fuck that. They owe it to us fans who have been sticking by this franchise for so long. They owe it to us so we can actually get to the playoffs and maybe do some damage. That's who they owe it to.
Yes. Plus, it's an all-in year. Got to go all in. Got to throw the chips in where they may be.
You're 4-2 right now. You steal a win in Seattle. You're 5-2, and things are.
Yes, things are looking good. Then you got Arizona after that.
That's 6-2.
Then you can be possibly 6-2 heading into Baltimore.
Wow.
I know Matt Trigger is somewhere smiling.
He's laughing. He's
happy.
laughing.
I predicted Baltimore to win early on the pregame show. So,
Yeah,
like I
they
said
murdered Detroit.
in Lamar, shit, I take Huntley. Hell, shit.
I would too. Yeah, because every time he throws back, it goes back to throw. You don't like hold your breath and like.
Right. PJ Walker, I hold my breath every time. I'll be like,
I do
oh my
too. I
God.
do too.
And he can't connect with none of the receivers and stuff. And I honestly, nothing against him. I'm glad. I appreciate his service, but I've seen
Keith,
enough.
Keith, I will say one thing. There were two balls that he threw to Amari Cooper. The one on the sideline, Amari should have had that, and the one slant.
Yeah,
The one
yeah,
slant, they try to make it like PJ Walker threw a bad ball. Amari should have caught that. I mean, it was.
yeah,
I mean, come on,
yeah,
Amari. Maybe
yeah,
Amari Cooper wasn't used because he wasn't getting targets early on. Maybe
yeah,
mentally kind of checked out. But there are two balls in the second half. You got to
yeah.
make those catches. You're number one receiver.
Yeah, true. Because he did have that back shoulder throw too
That was
earlier.
right,
He
right.
should have caught that. And
Yeah.
like I said, but if I were the Browns this week, I'll try to do what I gotta do to see if I can pry Jameis Winston off New Orleans roster.
I'd take that. Also too, and I hate to say this, but we not only do we might need to go quarterback route, we need another receiver. If you're counting on
Yes.
this is I'm getting sick of the DPJ. I'm getting sick.
See.
You got Amari Cooper and nobody else. And then look, and props to Njoku because he was there today. But
Oh, and
let's be
Joku
real.
had a hell of a game, for real, for
Yeah.
real. He had a good game.
But the thing about that is, it's like you got him and you got Amari Cooper and you got no other threat.
Yes. I even seen
And
Elijah Moore signing.
You had Elijah Moore, but I still think he's a gimmick kind of something. You need a polished wide receiver. I'm calling up Denver. What do you want for Judy? I know I want to get somebody in here, a veteran that knows how to run routes.
Yeah, Judy or Sutton. What do you want? You're not getting no 1, 2, 3 draft pick.
We don't hang out with we might not.
You're not getting 2 and 3, but I'll give you 4 and 5 for
Right.
Sutton.
I need
And
somebody.
I might give you 3 for Judy. I might
Yeah,
give
I
you a
would.
3
Yes,
for
I would say
Judy.
yes. Yeah.
But if you ask him for a second, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck
Now
out.
see, this is why in the summer I was campaigning for the Browns to get DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
Because
a veteran.
you can't have enough. You can't have enough. You can't have enough.
We're finding that out really, really quickly. There's only been 6
Yes.
games, Keith, and it's already gotten to the point where we ain't got enough.
And then what happened to the guy that was returning punts last week? Number 16.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then I go
You
back
could
and I
have used
see
him today because
DPJ there.
Yeah, I mean DPJ caught the 2 punts, but he didn't do anything.
One punt, DPJ had about 10 to 15 yards ahead of him.
Right.
Fair catch. I just
What
sat
is
there.
that?
When he did that, I just looked like,
yeah.
oh my God.
In a game where the field position battle meant so much in this game. That's why when Walker threw that interception, I wasn't quite so mad. I'm like, that was a great punt because it put him on the 2-yard line.
Right. But Walker got bailed out a couple of times too.
Oh yeah. The one that it could have been picked off and to Amari Cooper.
Yeah, that was.
Woo!
I was just like, God damn, this dude is a turnover machine. Damn it. But I'll take the win. We won. So, hey, we live to fight another day.
Well, I want to, like I said, I think game balls obviously go Myles Garrett and D Hop, but an offense, Kareem Hunt on offense.
And Kareem Hunt also, yeah.
What a dog.
Yes. One thing I noticed about Ford, side to side, he likes running east and west instead of north and south. When he runs north and south, and he has to run north and south, he tiptoes.
He does tip, yes.
Pierre Strong, I like him.
I want to see more of him.
I want to see more of him.
Yeah.
Because at least he'll run up the gut. And Kareem Hunt, everybody know that dude a bulldozer.
Yeah.
That dude a bulldozer. What's up, Voodoo? He said pause. We got to win, damn it. We got to win. But I'm still not happy. But we got to win. Got to win. And think about it. Sometimes defense calls like, how many turnovers defense get? Like 4?
Let's see. We had the 2 strips from Miles. We had the interception, and then we
And
had
the last fumble at the end.
yeah, so 4. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Four turnovers.
Yep.
Defense did their thing, even though they gave up some points, but in some
Yeah.
situations they was put in bad situations. Like
I
when
think. Well, see, I think I'll give Indy credit with their game plan too, because
oh
they ran
yeah.
some of their guys across the middle like that. We're still kind of weak in the middle of the field. I still think,
Yes.
and we haven't really been tested. Like I said, the Bengals game we weren't tested. San Francisco didn't test us in the middle. There are a lot of times that
But
we get.
Indianapolis did.
They sure did, and that's what kind of scares me moving
Ooh.
forward. If I'm a team playing the Browns, I'm looking at the tape, and I'm going to probably try to use some of the same concepts and routes.
And think about this: Seattle does a lot of stuff. Does Seattle does stuff over the middle?
Yeah, they do.
I'm trying to
They
think.
do. Mm.
But if Metcalf don't play, that would be a plus because he's
Yeah,
not
anytime.
playing
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
He's not playing today because, man, the way Pittman steamrolled everybody on that one run, I was like,
Wow. And then he taunting and everything. What was that?
yeah,
Come on.
that was kind of cheap. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? All he did was this.
I know.
Like, come on now.
After we had just kicked that 58-yard field goal to take the lead, and then a couple plays later, I'm like, so Browns like.
Yes. Because I'm like, come on. It's like, but I'll take the win. I'll definitely take the win. But if I were the Browns this week, I'll be looking for some backup quarterback. Because I got a feeling Deshaun going to be out for a while, honestly. And I hate to say that. And turnovers is not sustainable in this league.
No.
It's going to one day come back to bite them severely.
Well, that's the thing. You can't. Here's the thing. You look at the score, and we got a 1-point victory and everything, but you can't expect Myles Garrett to have 2 strips. You can't expect him to block a field goal. You can't expect. I mean, the things that we did today just to eke out a 1-point win. I mean, that's the thing. Was that why we got all these things and we blew them out? We needed every single play like that to just get the 1-point win.
Yes, and think about that. The Browns did all that and only won by one. One. And then Kevin decided to go beside himself and go for it on a 4th and 2 at midfield. Kevin, you have your backup quarterback out there.
Yeah. And then the pitch
Punt.
play.
Punt. Yeah, the pitch play. Exactly.
Yeah, so, do you think? Here's the thing. Do you think if Ford catches that cleanly, I think he might have gotten it though.
Might have, but I probably would have punted for real.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it wasn't like the Browns had stopped Minshew stone cold for the day.
No.
Or stopped the run stone cold for the day.
And Jonathan Taylor was only getting better too. That was
yes.
He's a player moving forward. I'm glad we got him when we got him, and so, because I think moving forward to play the Indianapolis Colts, I think he's back to where he was, and it's thankful that we got him only today. Like I said, and he's been a lot better than he was the first 2 games, and he almost got that run up the middle that he got. We couldn't stop him. I mean,
no. And think about this though. Minshew threw for over 300 yards. Do you know he's 0-6 when he throws over 300 yards?
Well, we got him right where we wanted him. We're like,
right.
That's why we let him get.
I said there was hope.
Well, that's why we let Pittman score. It made it so we won.
There's hope. He's 0-something when he throws for over 300.
Wow, that's amazing, especially in today's league.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yes, and think about we needed everything that we got on defense.
I want to say too, those Colts uniforms. Ugh. Those were ugly.
Yeah, scrap those.
Yeah, I don't like
scrap
the black
those.
helmet. I think when I think the Colts, you think of that white helmet with the Colt. You don't think that is.
Yeah, scrap those. Scrap those.
Yeah.
Scrap those. Get rid of those and everything. Just get rid of those. Don't ever wear those again.
Well, you know what though? I don't. You know what I'm saying? We got the win with them, so I'll take it. But yeah, if I'm a fan,
But I will say this: next Sunday, going up to Seattle, the Browns have to play a lot better, and they're going to clean a lot up.
Yeah, here's the thing: you have to play basically on special teams. Like I'm not expecting D-Hop to go 3 for 3 on 50 plus, but you have to make all your
Yes.
field goals and they to be 45 to 50, I'm saying nothing too crazy. You have to almost be perfect on special teams if you want to win in Seattle against the 12th man. You also, like I said,
Yes.
you have to limit the turnovers, and I think that's something that the Browns, we've been living with it because our defense have been so good. But eventually, there's going to be a game where you turn the ball over 2-3 times and you don't get turnovers. You don't, if we didn't, let's be real, if we don't get turnovers today, we get blown out. You get blown out.
That's why my attitude is like it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I thought coming on here would be more, gung ho. We got to win. But I think we're 4-2. But I'll say one thing. I think that's a good thing that we're kind of like this. Here's why: we're 4-2. We're in this thing now, and we have legitimate concerns about our football team because look, when you're 4-2, you are in the upper tier of teams right now. And you look at
Yes.
you look at Baltimore today, looked really good. I'll tell you what, Buffalo laying an egg, coming back, and then losing to the Patriots.
Yeah. Woof.
So
Man, I ain't see that coming.
I did not. I thought when Buffalo took the lead 25-22, they had cemented their victory, and I didn't think Mac Jones could get them, to a victory. But obviously, it's the National Football League. Congratulations to Coach Bill Belichick. Got his 300th win today. So congrats.
Oh, he got his 300th today. Congratulations, Coach.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up. The fighting Belichicks.
Yes. I'll say one thing because we're old enough to remember his tenure in Cleveland, and there was some tumultuous times with the Bill must go and everything, and obviously the move. But I remember that '94 season when they were 11-5, and Eric Bad Bone Turner, Vinny Testaverde, Mark Carrier. I mean, that was a fun team. That was a fun team.
And think about this: that next year they was picked to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they were. Absolutely.
And they were 5-2 before Art Modell announced the move.
Yeah. Now you're making me sad.
Everything.
I wanted a happy moment. Now you're making me sad.
I was sad too. I was like, "What y'all doing? What the fuck y'all? What the hell you mean y'all moving?
Finally got a winner and you're leaving. What the hell's wrong with y'all?
Shit, we about to go to the playoffs and everything.
Yeah,
y'all
we're doing this with Andre Rison, for God's sake.
Oh no! Oh my God! And you know what's crazy? I had met Left Eye that year too.
Oh, she had before she burned his house down, or was it after?
I think might have been after because he was with Atlanta then.
Yeah,
he was with
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah. R.I.P. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Yes, she was the nicest person though. She was real nice.
Yeah, nice.
Real nice.
Just
nice.
Just like I said, she didn't burn your shit, so that's good.
Nah, hell no. But like I said, the Browns are now 4-2. They're in second place in the AFC North, and they go to Seattle next week to face the Seattle Seahawks. We'll see what happens.
That's like I said. That's playing these teams. It's like you look at Seattle. They're a good team. I wouldn't say they're a great team by any chance, but they're one of those teams where they play better at home. It's not easy to win in Seattle. It gets very loud.
Oh,
very loud.
Yes. Loud. Yes.
And
they got to keep the mistakes at a minimum.
That's Keith. We keep harping on it, but that is the one thing. If we don't limit these mistakes, look. We got bailed out today. The San Francisco game got bailed out because he missed the field goal. But let's be real about it. These teams, it's only getting harder. The weather's only getting stopped. You got to play clean football.
Yes, and the offense hasn't played a clean game yet this year. Not yet. They haven't played a clean game yet. Think about it. Our quarterbacks account for most of our turnovers.
I know jeez.
But the Browns got 13 turnovers for the year.
Yeah,
13, 14. The quarterbacks account for almost 80% of the turnovers. 80%. Deshaun Watson done threw 3 interceptions this year. PJ Walker, 3 interceptions. DTR, 3 interceptions. That's 9.
Jeez.
Deshaun Watson, didn't he have 2 fumbles in the Pittsburgh game?
Yeah. And
11.
I know. Yeah.
11. Then you count the Njoku turnover, the Elijah Moore turnover. That's 13. 13 turnovers. The quarterbacks is damn near 90% of the turnovers.
And it's amazing with the stat you just threw out there because in the fact that we're still 4-2. Because let's be real, in the NFL, driven by the quarterback, and if the quarterback's 90% of the time giving the ball away like jeez.
But you can't live like that.
No, no. We are definitely we're on life support right now, and it definitely we'll start flatlining if we keep this
Yes,
up.
because it's gonna catch up with you sometime. Because you got to think, you got Seattle next week.
Yep.
Then you got Arizona the week after, and then guess who? We got Lamar and
Baltimore.
company the week after that,
Yikes. So
and then we got Pittsburgh
okay.
after
So
that.
I say this, Keith. We're 4-2 right now. I want to be better, but let's be real. Let's be realistic. Let's put our not our rose-colored glasses on, but let's be real. We have to go 2-2 in the next 4 games.
Yeah, especially if the
Yeah.
quarterback situation is murky
Yeah,
as it
especially
is.
with what if we can go 2-2, maybe get a win against either we got to win at least one against Baltimore or Pittsburgh. Have to. If we don't
Yes.
beat Baltimore, I think they're going to win the division then, hands down.
Think about this: the last 2 years, 3 years, actually, last 2 years before Lamar got hurt, who was in first place in the AFC North
Baltimore
by a
Ravens.
comfortable lead?
Well, I know they were pretty running away with it,
Last year they was up by like 2+ games. The year
and
before
then they
that
got hurt.
they was
Yeah,
up by 2 or 3+ games. Then Cincinnati got hot.
yeah,
Baltimore, everybody got hurt.
yeah. Well, we saw what happened earlier in the year with Baltimore and Cincinnati. Baltimore
Yes.
went to Cincinnati and beat them. So, I mean, to your point, as much as good as Cincinnati's been the last couple of years and going on the runs they've been going on these runs because Baltimore has been absent from the equation with their injuries.
Thank you. Yes, you got it. Ding 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 ding
You
ding.
know, so and now that Lamar's back and Baltimore, it doesn't look like they're going away. Hey, where's Cincinnati? Oh, they're not in first place. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're in last. They're in last place. 3-3.
Mhm.
Three
Yeah.
and three and 3-3. And think about this. You also got Pittsburgh still lurking in the shadows.
They just don't die. They're like a horror film. This is spooky season. Hey, if this is Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger, make sure they're dead before you start celebrating, okay? Because they
They
come
don't
back.
die at all. The years, and the crazy part about these last couple years, since they haven't had Ben and they didn't have optimal Ben,
Right.
they have still survived.
I know. It's
Still
amazing.
survived. And still survived.
Hmm.
Still. They playing the Rams now and they up 10-9.
Jeez, oh God, I was going to ask you about that, and
In the third quarter. I'm looking at it right now. Third
okay.
quarter up 10-9 with 12:24 left. The Rams got the ball. And like I said, Mike Tomlin finds a way. And that's how our coach needs to be. And I think he's starting to learn
Well,
that.
I think the last 2 weeks have really helped with that. I definitely agree
Yeah.
with that.
He's starting to learn that. He just gotta, how can I say, sometimes you just gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to him. You can't do nothing fancy, trying to trick nobody, trying to fool nobody, because that don't get you nothing but scrutinized
Not
if it
playing
goes left.
yourself. You try to get fan. You
Right.
just played yourself. You just played
Yeah.
yourself.
It's like, just go at him. They should have did that twice in the last drive at the end when it was at the 1. Run straight up the gut. And if you can't get a touchdown from the 1 yard line
I know, right?
with the game on the line, shit, you don't need to win.
Then sit your ass down. Go back to Cleveland and take the L. Then, if that's
Right. That's it. If you can't do it like that, just sit down. That's it. Doing all that cute 5 wide shit and all
what the.
that. Even though I will say this, if that pitch pass would have been a little less
Oh,
on it, that
instead
probably
of
would have
right
been a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. It was a good. Actually like the play call. It just wasn't.
Yeah. But the other two, I did
Well,
not like at all.
that's the thing with Stefanski. It's like it's hard to sometimes be mad at him because sometimes his cute plays. It's like if they would have just executed them, it really would. They would work. It's just I think sometimes it's asking too much of, especially in the situations that you're a hostile
Yeah.
environment. Tick 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 tick. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's a human, and he's expecting them to be robots and be perfect in these situations. And I think that Stefanski needs to humanize some of his play calling and realize that
Yes.
they're not robots, and then realize
And you got to go by your roster, what you got out there.
right. This is it right.
You don't have your starting right tackle. You got a rookie at right tackle.
Yeah, who's played well. Shout out to
Who's
DeJuan
played
Jones.
very well because we didn't hear his name. And
No,
if you
did
don't
not.
hear your tackle's name,
Then you're doing good.
we didn't even hear Jedrick Will's name today.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
We didn't even hear his name today.
Well, that's a first.
And you don't have Chubb. And on top of that, you got your backup quarterback in. Now, some of them plays with Deshaun, I could see.
Mm.
I could
Right,
see.
right, because
And
he can
now,
make those. Yeah.
well, you could make those
Well, I
throws.
don't know anymore, though. I don't
I don't
know.
know about right now. It's like
Yeah.
I think right now he just needs to sit and get his stuff together.
Yeah.
See what's really going on with that arm. For real, for
Yeah.
real.
I agree. I agree.
Because he didn't look right. And I'm surprised the announcers didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm
They
sitting
they
up
kind of
here.
just.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting up here looking like, I don't
Um,
look like, dude, don't look right. Don't look right at all. But like I said, the quarterback situation looks murky. I'm gonna be honest, because PJ Walker scares me. He scares me. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey, PJ Walker's looking back at Keith and saying, "You know what? Locked on Sports 216. I'm 2-0, bro. I'm 2-0.
You 2-0. You right.
He
I
is
gotta
doing
give it to
right.
him. I give him his credit. But
Yeah. But
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 Andrew Berry owes it, like you said, he owes it to his team right now
yep.
and the fans to find another solution at QB.
Yeah, because like I said, I think PJ Walker, great backup. But like I said, he's gone 2-0. What more do you want from your backup quarterback? Now you're asking too much. He's already gone 2-0. That's what a backup quarterback does. Now you're asking him to extend, and he's like a long reliever in baseball. Okay, he's done his 3-4. You can't expect him to go
And
5-6 here.
and you got to think about this now. Indianapolis probably didn't game plan for
No,
PJ Walker. They
no.
game plan for Deshaun. Just think about how it would look if teams start game planning for Walker.
Well, that scares me because if he's this turnover prone when they're not game planning for him, when they do game plan for him, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. Like my boy G Host told me back around September when they traded Dobbs, I said, damn, DTR to back up. And I had no problem with DTR making the team.
Right, right.
No problem. But you gonna tell me that you gonna put the car in his hands if
Ah,
something happens to Deshaun? That was kind of illogical.
yeah, I agree. It's just that, like I said, it's just asking just a little bit too
A little
much.
too
We've already
much.
gotten,
Yes.
yeah, too much. Just too
And
much.
then think about it. Boom. Sean can't play against Baltimore. Guess who?
Yep.
DTR against the Ravens.
Hmm. Well, we saw what happened there. Let's,
Yeah,
let's
exactly. Like I said, right now they got to get another quarterback. I'm gonna say that.
yeah, yeah. That's.
They got to look at the waiver wire. They can go
I'm willing to
Carson
keep. I'm willing.
Wentz.
My shoulder's fine. I'm willing to play. I'm willing to play.
Hey, Carson Wentz. Hell, talk to Matt Ryan. Shit, you ain't got to do much. We just need average quarterback play with little or no error.
Yeah,
And this Browns team can win 10 games
yeah. Oh
as
yeah, no,
is.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They can win 10 to 11 games as is.
You know what though, Keith? The more you keep saying PJ Walker's scaring you, the more I want to see him play. Because you know what, I think you know what, it was fun, and
Well,
I kind of had a feeling though, like when he got that final drive, I kind of had a feeling he's gonna make this happen after all the bad mouthing I've been doing about him all game and all this and that. He's gonna shut me up, and obviously, there's things to be very really concerned about. I'm sure the coaching staff and Berea and everything is probably just as concerned as we are, but. Damn, man, just there's something about winning an NFL football game, and you know what? As bad as it was, and then and even with the
they're
Buckeyes
not
yesterday,
easy to win.
they're not easy to win, and you just got to celebrate them and cherish them. And but like I said, the best thing about winning today was it sets you up next week and moving forward.
Yes. 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 I'd rather be 4-2 going to Seattle than 3-3.
Yeah, because then you're in last place. Well, then you're back to last place, tied with the Bengals.
You're back to last place, and then you're back to the national media not taking this team seriously.
Right.
And that's what I said in the pregame. I said right now, the Browns won't be taken seriously until they string together wins in the row.
Right. Yeah.
Because win one, lose one, win one,
Yeah.
lose one. They looking at you like, oh, they ain't serious. They
Yeah.
just playing. They just kidding. Win one, win another one, win another one, win another one. Hey, got something to talk
Start
about.
stacking on, stacking on, stacking on, stacking on,
Stacking on,
stacking on.
stacking on. And really, we need to stack up as much as we can.
Yep.
Especially if you don't know if Deshaun,
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
that's the
And
concerning.
even if, like you said, even if Deshaun comes back, which Deshaun are we getting?
I hope we get the one that played against Tennessee.
I do. I know. I agree.
But in order to get that one that played against Tennessee, he gonna have, to me, 2 solid weeks of practice.
I agree. I don't think I'm right. I think it's going to take more than just okay. Here's 3-4 days of good. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the
Nah,
ball around.
hell no.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball around, that's one thing and everything. He needs 2 or 3 solid weeks of practice to get in touch with his receivers again,
Yep.
running backs, and just get a feel for the game again.
Right.
Because you got to
Absolutely.
think, he's been out for a month.
Yeah.
And he didn't practice till this week.
Here we go again with time off is never a good thing, especially when you talk about being an NFL quarterback. I mean,
I know he probably thinking that he in the Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Uh-oh.
For real, for real. I mean,
well, at least he woke up and the Browns got the victory, and we're going to celebrate.
Yes.
We'll have a victory. Well, the victory Monday. Yeah, on the We Like Sports show at 5:30. So
yes.
good times.
What are some of the stuff we're going to talk about tomorrow?
Well, we're going to talk about the Browns defeating the Indianapolis Colts 39-38. Also going to get into some Major League Baseball playoffs and postseason as we could have a World Series participant by then, depending on what happens tonight in Texas and Houston.
Dude, Texas is done.
Oh, absolutely. We got to talk about that game
Bucket.
5. Oh,
my dude, little Bushwick Altuve.
What heartbreak. Up by, that 3-run homer. I mean, if you're a Texas Ranger, oh my gosh, that's got to be so deflating. But we'll talk about that. We'll also get into some college football. We had a big one, Buckeyes and Penn State. We'll talk about USC dropped another one. So we'll talk about that moving forward. So got a fun-filled packed show tomorrow.
The crazy part about it, I hate the Astros.
So do I.
But I love Altuve. That dude is nails.
Yeah, he reminds me of the
nails.
Who was remember the Boston shortstop, or was it the second baseman? Whatever. He was
only like the Bushwick of Houston right now.
He reminds me of that 5. I forget what his name was, but he was only like 5'6" and he always was a
Boston.
Yeah, the Red Sox. I forget who.
Talking about the second baseman.
Maybe it was Pedroia. Yeah, that was it.
Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah, he was a little. He'd always make clutch hits like that too, and it's just
But he ain't got the power Altuve got.
No, he does not. He had double power, not home run power, but always was a thorn in our side as Indians fans.
Yes,
and also Yankees fans too. Hey, came back from 3-0 on you guys. I remember that.
Hey, that's why I can laugh now, because it ain't happening to me this year.
Okay.
Even
both our teams.
Even though we trash, I'm telling you what's going to happen with the Yankees real quick. They're going to, if they don't fire Boone, which they should have fired him, but if they don't, I'm going to tell you like this. If they don't, and if they don't do shit next year, I'm going to tell you who's going to be their manager in 2025.
Donnie Baseball.
No. Another guy.
Bringing back Buck Showalter.
Hell no.
Tito.
Yes.
I didn't want to say that was like my first.
Yes, God damn it. He going to get all this health and stuff together. I'm telling you right now. Tito said, fuck that. You selling on me and I'm only one game out and I can win this division.
Yeah.
And you got me plagued with all these minor leaguers talking about they keep kicking the can down the road. Fuck y'all. I quit.
It'd be so Cleveland of him to go and then beat us in a playoff series. So Cleveland.
Dude, we don't know if the Guardians going back to the playoffs.
Well, I hope they hire Kevin Cash. I really want Kevin Cash of Tampa.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why would Kevin Cash leave a situation where they about to build a new stadium and money gonna flow in, and hopefully they spend money when they do get their new stadium. And they got like all the top prospects coming up,
Because I don't
and
want DeMario Hale, and I don't
his
want.
team wins.
I don't know. There's no good reason,
Why
Keith. I
would
just
he come to Cleveland?
don't
Cleveland
ask
kicks
me.
the
Don't
can
ask me
down the
that.
road every year. Think about that. And Venable already turned him down. And
Yeah,
Venable was cool with the other guy in the front office.
yeah. I don't, Keith. I have no good reason. Okay, I have no good reason.
Greetings. What's going on, GAB Media Company? What's up? Celebrating this Browns win. We had to go into baseball for a second because
Yeah, we're
it. I can't.
previewing tomorrow.
I'm
We're
like I'm
previewing.
like Coach Stefanski. I can't help myself.
No, you can. No, you can't. Some could
You brought
argue
it
that.
in,
Some could
and
argue how much we really celebrated tonight, but we are celebrating. We are
oh yeah,
celebrating.
it's a win. It's a win. But the only thing I wonder is, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go to Ohio State real quick. Shout out to the Buckeyes who dominated Penn State for real, for real.
They really did. They really did. Scored
Offense let a
underneath.
lot of points on the field
Yep.
yesterday against Penn State. But I was looking at if hypothetically, if Ryan Day loses to Michigan again,
Mm-hmm.
and if OSU gives him the hook,
Mm-hmm.
I would, if I was the Browns, if you're gonna keep Stefanski as coach, I'd get Ryan Day as the offensive coordinator.
I agree. I do. Yeah, I agree because I think his schemes actually work better in the NFL. If the things that he's
Oh
trying to
my
do.
God. Think about this. Yesterday, he ain't had no receivers, but Marvin Harrison Jr.
Right. That's true because
And
Emeka
he
was out. Yep.
schemed ways to get that dude open every time.
Could
Penn
you imagine what he
State
could do with
had
Amari
no.
Cooper? Yeah.
Oh my God. Mari Cooper. All of them. For real, for real.
Yeah. Look
And
at
I
Cade
mean,
Stover. Look at him. Look at what he does with Cade Stover. That would be Njoku.
yes. And think about that. Yeah. Think about this. My main criticism with Stefanski is they say he schemes guys open and all that, but I don't see it.
I don't.
I don't see no like
It's what they say. It's what they say.
I promise something. I'm gonna show you something. Indianapolis. They ran the bunch formation with the three rod tight, skinked the dude open, where he went for almost 30 yards. And nobody was within 10 feet of him when he caught the ball.
No. Nope.
But you never see that in our offense. Why? We don't work the middle or nothing. Why? And I'm not poo-pooing on the win and all that, but I I I honestly believe Kevin Stefanski needs to hand over the play caller. He needs to let Van Pelt do his thing.
I don't disagree.
He needs to let Van Pelt do his thing. Let Van Pelt do his thing. You govern the whole team.
Why have an offensive coordinator if you don't let him do his job?
Thank you. Thank you.
Just saying. Just saying.
Thank you. I mean, I think that he should let go of the play call.
It's like you being president of the United States and being commander in chief, but you're not allowed to be commander in chief. What's the point then? What's the
Right.
point?
You're a head coach for a reason. You're not
Right.
offensive coordinator.
Coordinator, right. I mean, I understand having you can have meetings and basic philosophy, but I think on game day calling the plays, they're still your plays, Kevin. Just let him call them.
Yes. Let him call the situational play calling.
Right. Yep.
And you just manage the
Manage
whole
the team.
team.
Yes,
That's
thank you.
it.
Like Mike Tomlin does for Pittsburgh. Why do you think Pittsburgh's always 9-8? Because he manages the team.
Manages the team. And think about it, they 9-8 with 5-12's talent
Yes.
on the offensive side of the ball.
Right. Right.
5-12 talent. It's like, come on. It's like, let it go, Kevin. Let it go.
I know what we're not going to let go. We're not going to let go of a Browns victory. We're going to be celebrating all day tomorrow,
And
but also
actually,
tonight. And be
it
happy
was
about
a
it.
good football weekend. Ohio
It
State
was.
won.
Yes.
Even though, unfortunately, Drew Aller, the local guy from Medina, had a rough game.
Well, hey,
Had a rough game, but
don't go up against our Buckeyes and expect to do great things. Sorry.
hey, he had a rough game. But this was one of the measuring stick games because you go by Penn State and Michigan. So,
That's right. That's right.
but they don't have an easy one coming up though. They got Wisconsin next week.
That's right. And exactly.
That's not going to be too easy. So hopefully
Yeah,
they don't get caught slipping.
the fighting Luke Fickles. Don't sleep on them.
Yes, don't get caught slipping against them and everything. And the Browns, they got Seattle next week. They'll get to see Geno Smith again.
That makes me want to have a Geno's sub, one of those cheesesteaks. I never had one, but in Philly, you see those Geno's cheesesteaks. Every time I see that name
Yes,
Geno,
sir.
it makes me hungry. So I don't.
Yes, sir. And tomorrow, like I said, be sure to check me out on the We Like Sports Show.
That's right.
And also check me out on Mad Mondays tomorrow too as well.
Right, 7:00. We'll get Keith out
Yes.
there. I know he's always rushing over from We Like Sports to Mad Monday, so we'll get him out. We'll get him on time. We'll get him fresh and ready to go at 7:00. So check that out as well.
It's like a brother do a Clark Kent.
Yeah, get in the phone. Yeah, there you go.
Brother do a Clark Kent and everything. And thank you all for your prayers and everything. Yeah, thank you all for your prayers and everything. My mom is progressing well.
Good to hear.
Things. And she'll be glad to hear that the Browns got a win today.
Nice. Hey, sometimes that's the best remedy of them all. Sometimes just getting that dub.
She'll definitely be glad.
It heals the soul, Keith. It heals the soul.
Yes. And also, my son made it back to the United States safely.
Okay, that's always a good thing. Always a good thing.
Yes, he made it back safely and everything. So,
and count your blessings and count the Browns' victory.
Oh,
yes.
Dude. Yes, sir. I'll take that victory. I'll take the victory lap and run it all day.
Keep running. Keep running.
Yep. Hey, it wasn't perfect, but
never is. Never is.
Damn it. A win is a goddamn win. A win is a win. And I'll take it. You got anything to say in closing?
No, like I said, it's been great. I'm glad to hop on with you. I can smell dinner getting ready, so I'm going to have my victory dinner. I can't wait, and it's going to be a great time. I'm going to check you out tomorrow with us.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be good stuff. I hear you got Mad Monday, 7:00. Check it out on your stuff as well. I'll be glad to check that out as well. So, yeah, I got nothing to say, but go Browns.
Yes, sir. Go Browns. Get another one. The Browns win today. 39-38 over the Indianapolis Colts. This your man Keith Allen. Along with me is Ed from Columbus. And we're signing out. Peace. And I'll see you tomorrow.